Bosnia and Herzegovina, October 4, 2024. Heavy rains in the past 24 hours have caused major flooding in many parts of Bosnia and Herzegovina on Friday. Several people have lost their lives in the floods, and others are missing after heavy rains and landslides destroyed homes, roads and bridges in the center of the country. According to report, the affected areas include Jablanica, Konjic, Kiziljac, Fojnica and Krasivo. A state of emergency was also declared in the municipality of Varese in the Zenit-Sadoboj canton, where local roads were flooded due to the overflowing of the river Stavnja, the Civil Protection Administration of that canton announced. At least 18 people lost their lives during the floods, local officials said. Authorities say several people are still missing, and the army and local volunteers have been called in to help with rescue operations. Bosnia's defense minister told local media that troops had been engaged to help in rescue and recovery missions. The municipality of Jablanica, about 43 miles southwest of the capital, Sarajevo, which bore the brunt of 24 hours of downpours, was completely cut off on Friday after road and railway links were destroyed. A number of people from the area were reported missing, the authorities said, while some injured were evacuated with a helicopter from the European Union Peacekeeping Force or EUFOR. Aerial drone footage broadcast on Bosnian outlets shows villages and towns completely submerged underwater, while videos on social media show scenes of muddy torrents and damaged roads. Photos also show that one of the busiest roads linking Sarajevo to Mostar and further to the Adriatic coast via Jablanica has been swept into the Neretva River together with a railway line in a huge landslide. The town of Kiziljac, in central Bosnia, was also inundated after a river burst its banks. Reports said surging waters swept away domestic animals and cars as the water swiftly filled up the lower floors of buildings. Authorities urged people to stay on upper floors of their homes and not to venture out onto flooded streets. Jablanica was one of the worst-hit areas, along with Kiziljac, and was left without power or signal, as the local fire station said it was inaccessible due to blocked roads and shut train lines. Rescue services in parts of the country reported several people missing and called on the army and volunteers to help as roads were closed and houses left without power. The flooding was not confined to Bosnia. Neighboring Croatia was also hit by floods on Friday, though there were no reports of casualties. Authorities issued a severe weather warning for the Adriatic coast and central regions of the country. Montenegro and Serbia also issued similar warnings. Floods caused by torrential rains were also reported in Montenegro, south of Bosnia, where some villages were cut off and roads and homes flooded. Much of Central Europe was hit by floods last month, with some of the worst devastation in Poland, the Czech Republic and Romania. Scientists from the World Weather Attribution Group said one 4-day period had been the rainiest ever recorded in the region. They said the floods had been made much worse by climate change. Europe is the fastest warming continent. The last 5 years were on average around 2.3°C warmer than the second half of the 19th century, according to the Copernicus Climate Service. Human-caused climate change increases the intensity of rainfall because warm air holds more moisture. This summer, the Balkans were also hit by long-lasting record temperatures, causing a drought. Scientists said the dried-out land has hampered the absorption of floodwaters.